James Elder, Icon TV, in association with MTK Global. With me, I've got Promoter Frank Warren. We're here today for Tommy Langford with KHURTSIDZE, the WBO interim world title. Firstly, how are you, Frank? All right?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm really well, and I enjoyed today's press conference.
Quite interesting press conference, to say the least, because it's certainly a character and someone who you certainly remember meeting.
Well, you never forget the face, that's for sure. He's a tough guy. We all know what he does, and we know how he fights. And he comes to fight. Everything with him, every punch he throws is a bomb. And you know, Tommy knows what he's got to deal with. But Tommy's never ever backed down from anything that's been put in front of him. You know, he was willing to sign to fight Billy Joe Saunders till Bill was offered the Golovkin fight. He signed to fight Chris Eubanks Jr., who pulled out the fight after signing the contract. So he's certainly not fazed by this. It is the biggest fight of his career. He's fighting the mandatory challenger, and he knows what he's got to do. But I think he's capable. He's got good amateur pedigree. He's got some good names, some good scalps on his belt as an amateur. He beat Callum Smith, amongst others, and I think he's not going to be fazed by this. And I'm hoping that if he can stick to his game plan, he can win this fight.
Tommy Langford's had some good fights around British and Commonwealth level, but this will be a huge acid test and a real step up for him.
Well, he's fighting a number one. It is. He's fighting a number one, and the reason this fight came about is because we paid step-aside money to KHURTSIDZE to fight Tommy, so that we could enable Billy Joe to fight Golovkin. But the Golovkin is apparently injured, and we're still trying to discuss how we're going to work that one out. But the winner of this fight, whilst we're waiting for Golovkin, will fight Bill. And there's nothing better than an all-British clash, domestic clash. So if Tom comes through, him and Bill would be a really good fight for the fans.
Is it still dependent on what happens with Canelo Alvarez and
correct
Chavez Jr.? The fact that outcome could in sort of affect
that.
Billy Joe.
It's all up in the air. I think what happened, you know, let's get it right. I think that Golovkin has been a very busy fighter. He had a tough fight against Jacobs, and he's been constantly fighting. And obviously, his team felt that he needs to recharge his batteries. I think that's really, you know, the bottom line of it. But we will see what happens with it. And from my point of view, I want Bill in there with big fights. But Bill's, you know, he's had a bit of a pain, as we know, for the last year with fighters pulling out against him. He wants to fight, and he'll fight whatever happens. We've been announcing his fight over the weekend. He'll be fighting in July, and you know, I just want to keep him going. And this fight's very important for him. The outcome of this fight is important.
Obviously, Canelo Chavez is shown on BoxNation on May the 6th. How close after that implication of that fight will there be news regarding what Billy Joe's going to do, what Golovkin's
going
to do?
We're going to announce. Well, Golovkin won't be fighting in July, and nor will Canelo. So Bill's not going to sit around and wait for them. He's got to get out there and fight. And Bill's been out of the ring for a while, so he will be fighting. You know, late June, early July. He'll be out fighting. You know, he's got to fight. It's unfair, and it's only circumstance. It's been very unfair on him. You know, we've moved heaven and earth to get the Golovkin. I mean, I've paid step-aside money, put this fight on to enable Bill to get the opportunity, but unfortunately, it's not worked out.
Is it frustrating from your point of view that Golovkin hasn't signed that fight?
Well, it's frustrating. We got a contract. The contract came through. We were all ready to go. Bill's all ready to go. It's frustrating, and it's been expensive. It's expensive for Bill because he's not been earning, and it's expensive for us because we put our money up to make sure that these things would happen.
Can I get a reaction to Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua's Twitter beef yesterday? Everyone was talking about it via social media. I mean, is it good? Is it bad? Is it positive, the fact that Tyson Fury's interacting with sort of his rivals?
Tyson Fury will be sitting there laughing whilst he's doing it. And he's pulling everybody's chains, and good for him, and that's how it is. I just want him to get May the 8th out of the way and get his career back on track. Hopefully, you know, when the outcome of that hearing, that determine when he's going to fight. And I'm sure once he gets himself back into shape, back into condition, and gets a few fights under his belt, he will reclaim those titles. He's head and shoulders above all of them.
Are you confident that the hearing will be positive for Tyson?
I don't know what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen at the hearing? I'm just looking at the best scenario. I'm told that it will be, so we'll see. But I'm more interested in the fights on Saturday.
Speaking of Saturday, you've got some really good fights on the undercard as well. Darryl Williams taking on Jermaine Smile for his English title. No love lost between them two.
I know, you see that? I mean, that's got all the ingredients of a cracker, that one. That's going to be I think a fiercely fought fight. There's no doubt about that, and I'm looking forward to that.
What other fights stand out for you on the undercard? I know you've got Tyrone Lewis versus Joe Hughes, which again is a very intriguing fight. Joe Hughes having held the English title, sort of a good fight in that. What ticks the boxes for you?
Well, I mean, you know, the one we're not talking about is Tetty's fight. I mean, that's a fantastic fight. You know, for me, he's probably the best fighter out there who's not got a world title at the moment. He gets to vacate his title. He's in this final eliminator, and it's a tough fight for him against the Filipino, who's I think 30-1. Yep, he's 30-1, and I think that is going to be a great fight. I really do. I'm looking forward to that one.
It's interesting to see Tete when the likes of Guillermo Rigondeaux were mentioned. He's got no fear factor in going up a weight again, has he?
He'd fight Rob Rigondeaux in a heartbeat. You know, he's a fighting man. You know, and you know, he's great. It's great for him to work with. He could go up or go down. I don't know what he's going to do at the moment, but you know, the main thing he wants to do is to win this WBO title, and I'm looking forward to this fight.
Saw an announcement regarding yourself and Jamie Cox buying companies. Is there anything you can shed on that? Anything you can tell us regarding that situation?
We came to, you know, to be honest, we just agreed that he would go his own way and he would pay us compensation to do that. So that's what it is. End of story. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It does my head in talking about Jamie Cox.
I appreciate that. Anything else you want to add before we sort of go? I know you're busy with BT Sport commitments and other stuff you want to talk about.
Anthony Yardy on there, going for 10-0. I mean, that's you know, one of our up-and-coming young stars. Daniel Dubois, his second fight.
Sorry, he's just been added to the card, hasn't he?
We added him to the card. Want to get him out again quickly. I want to keep him busy. You know, he's got a decent opponent in there, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in action again.
Is it hard to match Daniel Dubois? The fact that
he's 19 to start with. So you know, what are you going to do? He's a 19-year-old kid. He's not, you know, he's not a man yet from that point of view. He's in there. We know what he's done. He's sparring and everybody, and you know, we all know all the rumours that have flown around about how he's got on with various fighters. He's capable, but he's got to learn his trade. And I'm not being rushed by anybody. We'll bring him through correctly and properly. We know ducked out of issues and making the right fights at the right time for fighters. But you know, I would think within 10 fights he'll be fighting for a British title. There's no doubt about that.
Do them those sort of early level learning fight opponents?
Well, he's not done. Listen, he's not done. He's never done. He's not done 6 rounds, he's not done 8 rounds, he's not done 10 rounds, he's not done 12 rounds. He's done none of those things. And they're all and they're issues, you know, who knows what his stamina's like? No one knows what his stamina's like. And they're things that we will find out over his next few fights as we step him up.
That's the thing, if you choose to fight Daniel and you get stopped, you're not going to fight for 28 days. So I imagine a lot of the fighters that fight regularly
we'll find guys for him to fight, and that's our job. That's what we'll have to do. You know, we know he's got bombs in both hands. It's like Anthony Yardy. They hit you on the chin, you're gone.
He seems to be developing his profile, his boxing ability, his whole mannerisms, the way he approaches the media stuff as well, quite articulate. Anthony Yardy. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Tunde's done a fantastic job with him as a trainer and also as a life coach. He's done a fantastic job for him, you know, and I've got a lot of time for Tunde. You know, you know, for a long time he's been looking for the right guy to work with, and he's found the right guy to work with, and they work together well. So, you know, and I hope all our expectation levels will be fulfilled as far as Anthony's concerned.
It's interesting to see how what trainers and what fighters react to what methods, but Tunde's stuff and the yard, it fits perfectly. Watching them in the gym, the synergy between them, well, he's fit. They were related,
you know, you would do, and he's fit as they come. I mean, you know, he looks like you fight any day of the week. He's always in good condition, in good nick. So, you know, he's got to learn, and he's got a good brain, and he learns, and he is a learner.
On that note, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ahmed.
Cheers. Okay, cheers.